You've now entered the chat.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chat Club podcast.
Mm.
Um, wow. Okay, so you guys, we are not a bi-weekly show, but we have been a bi-weekly show for the past 3 episodes, and I'm so sorry for that.
You have to know
But
we're not great planners. Things come up. This
no.
isn't our
And
main priority. We have other things going on in our
like
lives.
we really really enjoy doing this. This is not a job
Yes.
for us.
This is a hobby.
We don't right, we don't get paid for this. So we are doing this because
Exactly.
we really enjoy this, and also this is time for Faith and I where we get to sit down every week,
Yeah.
have a
And catch
conversation
up
with one
too.
another and catch up. Yeah.
Right.
And so last week, actually, the reason why we didn't have an episode last week, it's not out of my control. It was out of my control. It was out of Faith's control. Um, it was it was literally Mother Nature being like, no episode this week. I caught
Hmm.
the flu last weekend, and we record Tuesdays at 7:30 usually.
Hmm.
And
Were you
I
on the floor
caught the
at that
flu last
time?
weekend. I was hugging a toilet for sure. Yeah.
See, that
I
was me
was
Sunday. That was me Sunday. I'm like,
yeah,
why is it gotta
same.
why I know, I'm like, why you gotta hit me now? Like why? At least
Sunday
I'm
I was
fine to do the
dead.
pod. Oh my God. Yeah. I called into I couldn't go to work for 2.5 days. I'm like, yo, I can't afford this.
I didn't go to work either. Blaine was so annoyed because he doesn't like people being sick because he's Blaine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And which I understand. We have a shit ton of we have just a
Yeah.
shit ton going on, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be in bed for the next 4 days because I'm so sick.
Right.
It was
And
so bad.
I know I felt bad because everyone needed me at work and I'm like, I wish I could be there, but
Hmm.
I seriously can't. This toilet needs me more than anyone else.
Right. Me and this toilet have a really good thing going. So
Yeah. Our bond is strong.
our bond is really strong right now. They've seen parts of me that I didn't want to see, you know?
My most vulnerable.
Right. Exactly.
We connected on a whole
Exactly.
nother wavelength.
Whole nother level. It was spiritual. It was very spiritual,
It
actually.
was, I felt like I too myself was out of my own body.
For
So this is
real, girl. It
how this
was
is how we're
so
opening up
bad.
our podcast now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Welcome back,
God.
y'all. Welcome back. It's chaotic as ever.
If y'all can
Um,
relate,
no,
join the club.
yeah. If you guys had the flu last week, y'all would know.
Y'all with us.
No, so yeah, and last week I had the Kelsey Ballerini and Kenny Chesney concert,
Yes.
right?
At least you were well enough to go to
And
that.
oh my God, that was my goal. I was
I
Tuesday,
mean,
I was dying. And
yeah.
I'm listen, in 2 days, I'm gonna shape up and I'm gonna be better.
Hmm.
I
I need to
have
kick
to
this
be.
ass.
I have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thankfully Thursday, I was able to go to the concert, and wow, that concert so fucking good. It was
It
so
looked
good.
good. Oh my God, didn't she like your story or something like that?
Okay, so I have beef with Kelsey Ballerini, and here's why. Okay, so
Okay.
Kelsey, if you're listening, I love you. I love you so much. Okay, but uh,
First, I just have to
I
say.
I just have to say, I saw you in Moline, Quad Cities, as you called it, um, and girl, I posted 6 videos of you singing, and you saw almost every single one of them, and you didn't repost it, as
Uh,
if it wasn't good enough, as if it
right.
wasn't good enough,
He
as if
knew
I
all your
wasn't
angles.
recording. As if I wasn't recording the most iconic line of Blindsided or Penthouse. Girl, I was there for you. You were there for me. We had a spiritual bond. Um, I fucking love her. She was so you have to understand. She was so good. Unbelievable. Could not believe she was in front of me. So good. I had a Taylor Swift moment with her.
Wow, that's deep.
It was deep. Man,
Damn.
she sounded so beautiful. Like she sang so many songs from like Subject to Change, like her latest album. Like it was so good. And then she threw in the two songs from her EP.
Uh-huh.
And I it was I mean, I was literally had tears in my eyes. And I went with Kelly, and Kelly had no idea who Kelsey was. And Kelly was like, okay, like I'm going for Kenny, like you're going for Kelsey, and this is the deal. So I'm like, okay, cool.
The
Well, just
KK.
right, like just so you know, like when Kelsey Ballerini comes on, like I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. And I did. I did.
So did they both have an even amount of like showtime?
So
Or did Kenny have more? I know she opened for him, but she's kind of
yeah,
still like a big name to just open. So I didn't know if
right.
she had more time than what a regular person would
Right.
have.
You know, you're so correct because I literally thought it was so weird that she was opening for him because like I'm like
Yeah.
It's
Like she
Kelsey
should have her own
Ballerini.
show. Right.
Like she has her own tour going on. This is weird that she's like taking time off of her own tour to,
Hmm.
like go
Yeah.
on tour with him. But I guess they have like okay, so they have a song together that was on her old album, and
Mm.
or like one of her it was like it came out in 2020. Ballerini, I
Oh,
think it was
okay.
the album, or Kelsey. It's one or the other one.
It's a
And
name.
right, it's one of her name. It's one part of her name. Um, and they have a song together, and like I think that was like the reasoning why she was opening up for him. But she
Um,
had an hour long set. Like Kenny was like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but she had an
um,
hour long set.
oh, that's nice. That's
Um,
decent.
yeah, she like threw some like throwbacks in there as she has to like appeal to the audience. But like
Right.
she had the niche audience. Like when she was started singing, like yeah, sure, okay, like everybody knew that. I was the only one in my section standing up,
Only for
and I was
Kelsey? Was
only
everyone
for
else
Kelsey, and
standing up for? I was gonna say, is everyone
I was
standing for Kenny?
shaking. I was shaking my gay ass at that country fucking concert. So that's all I have to say
Yep.
about that. But I was
Iconic.
so good. It was so good. It was so good.
He's geeking out.
I know.
Oh
It
my
was so
God.
good.
Well, speaking of country Scarlets, like how
Hmm.
T Taylor Swift is, an old one
Oh my
anyway.
God. So
When
we're
is
gonna
when are
get
you
into
going to
Taylor
her
Swift.
concert? When are you getting going to her
Um,
concert?
yes, I'm glad that you brought her up because we do have two stories on her. Technically three, but like
Oh
I'm not gonna
shoot.
have her. I know, but I'm not gonna have her like steal the moment, even though like she is the moment. But no, so I see her June 2nd, opening night of
Oh, it's
Chicago.
coming out. It's less than a
Um
month. That's exciting.
literally so it's so scary because like the next 2.5 weeks are gonna fly by, and I just know it, and like I'm not
Hmm.
ready. Like I don't even have an outfit.
Oh, right. Because is it
Like I don't have an
outside or is
outfit.
it inside?
It's outside.
Oh yeah, because it's probably gonna be hot then, so you gotta like
I
prepare.
know.
And
I
you're
gotta
gonna be
prepare. I have
dancing
to
your
look
ass
cute.
off, so you're gonna already sweat as it is.
I know, and I have to look cute. And like everybody's like on TikTok. I don't know if you're on Swift Talk, but like everybody's making their own outfits. Like everybody's like going dressing
Oh.
to the nines. Like they're dressing up as different eras. Like I already know the era that I'm
Oh, that
dressing
makes
up
sense.
as.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
what? Is it red?
So no, so I'm dressing up as Reputation.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, just because like okay, so it honestly was I was torn between three albums.
Mm-hmm.
So Red, because that is the era that I found Taylor. Like that's where her and I like spiritually connected.
Mm.
Um, because like I was going through that little dramatic whatever heartbreak, whatever you want to call it. Um, and like it was Red or and then I was like Reputation, and then I'm going with Blaine and the girls like everybody in this family are Swifties, and
Oh,
so
absolutely. They are. They
right.
are.
Yeah, like we're all obsessed with her. And Abby was like, I'm gonna have you have first pick because like none of us were Swifties until like we met you. And I'm like, okay, well if I had to pick, Reputation has my heart just because of like that album literally encapsulates the time where I met Blaine. Like the entire
Oh,
album,
I see. Okay.
yeah, like it just encapsulates like every single song out the album just like really encapsulates the time where like he and I were like meeting, he and I were like figuring things out, and then like he and I chose each other. Like that was the year
Oh
it
yeah.
came out, and that's the year Blaine and I met. And so like that's why Reputation
Yeah.
like means so much to me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I chose Reputation, but then like also I wanted to like be fearless. I wanted to like be the golden just
Yeah.
because like Fearless is like one of my favorite re-records that she did. Like I wasn't a big fan of her Fearless album when it came out, just because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really like listen to her. But then like when her re-records happened, like I fell in love with Fearless. Um,
Is that one song, the one by the one about Taylor Lautner, December, Back to
mm,
December? Is that on Fearless?
no.
No. What's that one
So
on?
so that one's on Speak Now.
Oh, that's the other one.
And
Okay.
speaking of Speak Now,
Uh-huh.
Taylor was in Nashville this last weekend.
Oh, okay. Back to her roots. Mm,
And
mm,
it was
mm.
her first show in Nashville. And it's back to her roots. It's where she was found. It was where she signed her first record deal.
Yep.
The start of everything.
Yeah.
And so she made her first night in Nashville a very special night and announced Taylor's version of Speak Now.
Oh.
Yeah, so
And so that's
Speak
never been
Now.
heard until then?
Right. Like nobody, like everybody kind
Oh.
of like was picking up on the vibes because like everything was purple. All her post leading up to Nashville was purple. Um,
Okay.
and like purple emojis, like just like very like hinting at it the entire time. And then
Mm,
like when people got to Nashville to the stadium, everything, like all the decorations were purple. So like all her albums are color coded, like coordinated. And Speak Now is purple. And so everything was purple in the stadium. Everybody's wristbands were like lighting up purple. So like everybody was like, oh, like she's gonna announce it. If it's not tonight, it's gonna be like sometime this weekend, you know?
mm.
And so she announced Speak Now, Taylor's version, at her concert. And like I was up until 12 a.m. refreshing her website like to see if she was going to announce it, as she did, and like her website refreshed before she even announced it, so like I knew before everybody else. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
um right.
I love
I
you.
know it was
I
crazy.
love you.
I know it was crazy. So like yeah, so Speak Now Taylor's version is coming out July 7th,
That's
and she's coming out with a
exciting.
book apparently.
I mean, how has she not come out with the book yet?
True. But like, okay, so like, there's just so much tea with Taylor right now that like I have to get into it and I have to just like
Okay, let's
express it
do
all.
it. Let's dive right in.
Um, I know, okay, and this is for my Swifties out there. So there's this like book. I found this on TikTok, this like little loophole of, or not
Oh,
like this rabbit hole
oh
of
yeah.
how like the Swift, and like so there's, so you know, Barnes and Noble.
Hmm.
So Barnes and Noble will like create a list of all the books that are going to be coming out in
Okay.
the next few months.
Okay.
And they do this because like people who are like into reading can like, it like makes like, it's a marketing scheme where like it amps people up to like buy the book or whatever.
Okay.
So like it shows the title, the genre, who the writer was, blah blah blah, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
there's this one book on there that has no description, no title, and no author, but comes out
Hmm.
July 9th. And
Oh.
in her post, she goes, "Speak Now Taylor's version will be yours July 7th. So close, or just in time for July 9th. Parentheses, if you know, you know." An acronym.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Huh.
Um, so like everybody's like
Interesting.
thinking that she is like writing this book, but like, do you honestly think that she has time to like write this book and like release
I
it in the
mean,
middle of her tour?
she had her whole pandemic of just being silent and stuck with a guy named Joe who doesn't do anything but probably just bore her to death. So she probably had time to write a book.
I know, but she released two albums in that time.
She's Taylor Swift. She knows how to multitask. Okay.
I know. She's literally like, that's the answer. She's Taylor Swift. She can literally accomplish anything.
Um, so I was all weekend, while I was sick, I was just constantly listening to the song Karma. And when I actually did feel better, I had the windows down, just jamming. And now I actually know the words she's saying. Because for the longest time I was like, oh yeah, karma. Yeah, karma. And then when I first heard like the actual words of karma is a cat, hurry on my lap. Just like it's just happy. I'm like, wow, she is obsessed
Yeah,
with her cats, isn't she?
she is.
I started laughing so hard when I heard that. But now I'm like, now it's perfect. This song is perfect.
It's great.
I have
No,
a
it's
question
so
about Taylor
good.
Swift before we move on.
Yes.
Okay, so you know when she started, she had that extremely curly hair, right?
Hmm.
And now you don't see it at all. Do you think that was natural? Or
Yeah,
do you
it
think
is.
she. Okay, well, so does that mean she just straightens it, or maybe she chemically straightens it all the time?
No, she straightens out all the time. So basically,
Oh, she still want that
it came
curl?
out definitely in Florida when she was performing in Tampa. Like for sure, like her
Oh.
curls, like
Oh, like when she's getting all
she,
hot and sweaty and
yeah.
stuff?
So she said it was funny because like she started out her tour, like her show in Tampa, and she was
Uh-huh.
like the first night she goes, so my hair is straight now, but I'm just letting you know as the night goes on, my hair will progressively get curlier and curlier and curlier because of the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Nashville, it rained all weekend. It was the first show where it was in the rain,
Oh.
and her hair got so curly because of the rain. So it's all natural.
Wow. Don't hide that beautiful curl.
I know, but it's like such an era. Like
Ah,
curly haired Taylor is like Taylor debut, Fearless, Speak Now, and then like
her
Red. She
hair's so
really like
beautiful.
straight her hair. Like,
I
dude,
know.
she's just
And she had
gorgeous. Like she
bangs.
is so fucking gorgeous.
I know. Her legs. Where it was like years ago when she like made fun of because everyone's like, "Oh my God, her legs are so expensive," and like her cat scratched them, and she's like, "Oh my God, you just cost me $9,000 because of my legs or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that."
She's like my legs are insured. Do you okay? So I never really understood like how you can insure like a body part. Like I never really understood it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I really don't.
So basically, what it is like
Oh, you do know
her legs
this.
are
You've done your
insured.
your
Yes,
research.
I did my
Okay.
research, and I might be
Got
wrong. I don't
it.
know. It's whatever Google told me.
Mm.
Um, so basically, it's like if something happens to her legs, like she gets in a car accident, and like her legs are broken and blah blah blah. The
Hmm.
worth, like her worth, cannot go down because of the injury of her legs.
I didn't think that would matter or affect it.
I know, but it might. I don't know.
Our world that we live in,
It's so weird.
it's pretty fucked up.
Pretty fucked up. No,
Um,
so
all right, should we
yeah,
get to
that's
the
just like I
next
don't know.
topic? The next topic of Tea Swizzle.
I mean, okay, yeah, like we can get into the stories, you guys. I'm sorry. I just spent 20 minutes just like going on this Taylor Swift
I mean,
rant.
you were in one of the stories when you're talking about like her song
That's
and the
true.
book and everything, so it's okay.
That's true. Well, before we get into the stories, Faith, how was your week? Let's do a little recap with you so I can take a break.
Oh, well, we already talked about our week because we were both sick and our toilets were our soulmates this weekend.
You didn't do anything else? You didn't watch any shows?
Actually, I finished that one show on Paramount Plus, The Wolf Pack. I watched that in 2 days. That is actually really
How was
fucking
it?
good. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
I thought it
Okay.
was going to have something to do with Teen Wolf because, I mean, it's on Paramount Plus and it was made by the
It came out the
MTV
same
Studios.
day. It came out the same day as
Oh,
the
of the
movie, the Teen
movie.
Wolf movie. Yeah.
And also, like, all the Teen Wolf people went to its premiere and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. They did each other's premiere. And Jeff Davis is also an executive producer and writer and director. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No, it has
Cool.
nothing to do with the show. And
Oh.
it's like an even more of a twist of how like the werewolves work. It's actually really freaking cool. And it's a
So it
lot
is about
more,
werewolves.
well, yeah, yeah. And Sarah
Okay.
Michelle Gellar's in it, which is also bonus.
Yeah,
And
Buffy.
um, there's like so one of the main characters, his name's Harlan. He is so freaking beautiful. I could stare at him all day. Unfortunately,
Oh
he
my
is
god.
gay, but he is a fuck boy. He is with every boy imaginable,
Slay.
imaginative. And I'm like, damn, this boy looks like he's a good kisser too. And I'm like,
Oh my
get it.
god.
You see him like dancing in the club right away, and I'm like, yeah, I want to dance with you. But it's
Um,
really good, and it's a lot more gory too, so be careful. But it's not like
okay,
a
because I want to
lot.
start
It's
it.
just, yeah, I'd say go ahead and start it because it's actually really good.
So
I
I'll
really
start
like
it,
it.
and then and then next week, and like we can like recap the whole series.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's
Okay,
also
cool.
another show on Paramount Plus, and it's called School Spirit. Have you seen it?
Oh no, I
I
know
mean, like
about it.
seen
I just
of
haven't
it.
watched
Like,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's also really good. It's kind of like The Lovely Bones, but not as sad or creepy.
No, it's like
Um,
traumatic.
yeah. It
Yeah.
actually has more comedy in it, but also kind of like spooky. Uh,
Right.
but I think that was a really good show too. I finished that in a couple of days. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anyone, if you want a good show out there, I recommend Wolfpack or School Spirit on Paramount Plus.
Oh, slay. That's
That's
been
your
like
new
that's been
word.
my. I know it's been my
Mhm.
like word for the past like Leah's like not into it. Leah's like please like let it fucking die, and I'm like no, no, I will
When we were
not.
getting our when we were getting the podcast ready, we were talking behind the scenes, and I was
Hmm.
telling him about, I don't know, I was probably complaining about how gross I look and how I have to wear a bra in front of you guys. And he was just like, "Oh my God, slay!" And I'll say something else, and he's like, "Ah, slay." I'm like, "Got it." Let's count how many times he says it in this podcast, everybody.
It'll turn into like a drinking game. It'll turn into a drinking
Yes,
game.
yes. Oh
Um.
my God.
So we have big news actually about your social media because Faith posted her first TikTok.
It's really lame, but
Oh my
it's
god,
actually kind of creepy.
stop! Stop.
But yes, woohoo!
Stop. Woo!
One
Follow her on TikTok.
my very first TikTok. I have no idea how to edit them. I just posted it. And fun fact, I sent the video on Snapchat to Brandon first, and I saved it, and I'm like, haha, this is funny. Yeah, okay, let's post it on TikTok. I literally didn't
That's
even think
basically
about
what
it for two
happened.
seconds. I was like, I gotta get on this platform. Better now than never. But yeah,
That is so funny.
if anyone wants a heads up of
Um,
what it's about Fairly Odd Parents. The most
um,
random thing.
you and Nickelodeon, man, like you and Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network, hit me up. Anybody. I'm just
for
a
real.
I'm a child.
That is so funny. No, so I posted a TikTok today after I got my eyebrows threaded.
I know I saw it because you're using the same cup from what your
It's
TikTok was.
like, oh, that was
I'm
me
gonna
drinking
be
my. I'm for margarita. Okay, if you guys didn't know, I'm drinking a margarita right now. I'm sorry. Um,
Oh, I didn't even notice. You can't
Blaine
even
and I.
tell. Besides the sleigh.
No, I
Sleigh.
slay. For margaritas, slay. Um, no. So I posted it. Like, I'm just like here. I'm in my content era.
Mm,
You know, like I want to post my content and like not give a shit about what I'm posting.
exactly.
So like I'm just like in my content era. I'm like posting a lot more on TikTok. The
Mm.
engagement is so fun. Like everybody's like, oh my god, relatable. Oh my god, same. Me, slay. Uh, so like I don't know. I'm just like in my content era.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be real with you. When I heard your TikTok, I like how you took a sip and no, you didn't take a sip. You were about to you started talking, and then you're like, oh, okay, hold on. And then you took a sip and then started liquid courage first.
And you're like,
Also,
wait.
I also don't know what you said. Was it like a reference to something? Maybe I'm
No,
behind the times. I don't know what you said.
I literally was like,
Oh my
when you're
God.
4 margaritas deep on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I heard like, I don't know. I wasn't imagining margaritas. I thought you were about to do a saying or something.
I
And
should have.
then and then
If
you
you
did
know,
the
you
peace
know.
signs. And I'm like, yeah, I totally get it.
It took until the peace signs to like be relatable. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, first you had to take a drink, and I'm like, right. And then you said something, I'm like, I don't know what you said. And then you did this, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like,
It
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure it was your
oh, I
first like
gotcha.
too. Yeah.
It's like, I got ya. I lost ya. Now I got it.
Yeah. Oh,
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 that's
you have
great.
me. Oh no, I don't get. Oh, now you got me again.
Oh, they got me again. That's phenomenal.
I love you. My God.
Cheers, babe.
And cheers, clink. My cup says, a wise woman once said, fuck this shit. And she lived happily ever after.
Are you the wise woman?
Yes, that's why I have gray hair. I'm
Period.
wise.
Slay.
I heard that snap. Oh, that was a lame snap. Damn. I can't relate.
Okay. Let's get into some stories, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, period. Okay. So I am going to start out with the most recent story,
Yeah.
and then I do want to like do the stories that I wanted to cover last week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I woke up to this story and I literally audibly gasped. And I instantly screenshotted it and sent it to Faith. Because
Yeah.
it was insane. It was insane. Like I was like, wait,
Mm-hmm.
what? Okay, so here's the headline. Here's your first story, everybody. Robert De Niro, 79, reveals he welcomed his seventh child. Actor Robert De Niro revealed he has just welcomed his seventh child. De Niro made a surprise announcement during an interview with Entertainment Tonight Canada to promote his upcoming movie about my father. The 79-year-old was corrected by Blair when she told him he only had 6 kids, and he said 7 actually. I just had a baby, De Niro revealed without offering any additional information. And he says De Niro talked about his parenting style, saying he doesn't consider himself as a cool dad, and he's okay with that. So basically, everybody is shook because this man, De Niro, who is an icon, right,
Mm-hmm.
had his seventh child at 79 years old.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
wild.
I feel like the more wild thing to think about is him in bed.
Right. Like
How is that
what?
performance of baby
Like
making?
what is? I mean, I guess like
And like, how
men
old
can
is
like
the mother?
reproduce until they die.
You know? Yeah,
I have
that
no.
sperm
Who is
never
he even
dies, you
married
know?
to?
Or if he is married, maybe the baby is a bastard, you know?
Oh my
I've been
god, so
watching
real.
a
Hold
lot of
on.
Game of Thrones, so that's all what's in my head. A bastard. Jon Snow, he's a
Okay, so
bastard.
so real. Um, I don't know who the mother is because he was married to Grace Hightower from 1997 to 2018.
Hmm.
That is wild.
Well, she's got to be at least in her max, like late 40s until
40s. Yeah.
like
Right.
reproductive stuff starts
Right.
shutting down. Like I said, unless he had a mistress or
I
something.
know, but like men can reproduce until they die, no?
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's just like very interesting hearing. I wonder how well like his other children think of that. I don't know. It's just very curious.
I mean, Jack Nicholson is he's in his late 80s now, and he has a son who is just a little bit older than us.
But still, like that means he had his kid at late 50s, early 60s.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he's an old man
Like
who still
80
gets
years
it.
old, 80 years old, and then having a baby.
Hmm. But I mean, Jack Nicholson still like says he gets it though. Like he,
Oh, he still gets laid.
hmm
Oh, got it. Okay. So
I,
I
I
don't
don't think
think
he can
getting
really
laid is
walk
the
by
issue.
himself though anymore. So it's like,
I'm
who
not sure
be
if like
it?
getting laid is the issue. I just no, or there's like any issue. I'm sorry. I don't want to get controversial. Um,
Yeah,
it's just
I don't know. This is
79 is like a lot. It's
that's a
weird.
choice. Yeah,
It's weird.
I mean, he didn't sound very extremely proud to be presenting that, but at least he did, and he didn't just try and like, hide it, shove it under the rug.
Right, like just give her the checks and like move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway. Ooh,
Okay,
you
moving
said you had
on.
some news about Diana or Deanna?
Oh yeah, so
Diane.
let's get into Taylor Swift. Okay, this episode's literally like Taylor Swift. Anyways, um,
When is it not
uh,
about her though?
the Chat Club, Taylor's version, basically what's happening right now. Um, so let's get into Taylor Swift dating rumors. Even though like we don't want to like speculate on dating, but here we are. We are a podcast about that talks about pop culture. So,
Yes.
Dianna Agron, on those Taylor Swift rumors.
Ooh.
So let me give you some backstory.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
so so when Red Taylor's version came out, there was a few songs that on there that like people on TikTok seem to like gravitate towards, and these people on TikTok are called Gaylors, where they think that like Taylor Swift is like romantically involved with these women
Uh,
who like are Taylor's
oh.
like best friends, and Diana is
Oh,
one of them.
it makes sense.
And
Gaylors, like
yeah,
Taylors. Got it.
gay,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
And like it's like Diana is one of them, Cara Delevingne is one of them,
Mm-hmm.
Carly Kloss is one of them. Like these people like really ship Taylor and these women.
Mm-hmm.
So this reporter from Rolling Stones like really like dug deep, and like no reporter really wants to discuss about like Taylor Swift's dating life, especially like the past, especially with women,
Mm-hmm.
because like the women she's accused of being with are like known as being heterosexual, and Taylor is known
Mm-hmm.
for being heterosexual, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was like it's weird, but
Mm-hmm.
here's the article. Um Dianna Agron has finally addressed those Taylor Swift dating Gaylor rumors. When the interviewer told her that she has inspired music referencing Taylor Swift's 2012 song 22, she responded, "Me? Oh, if only," Agron explained. "That's more because of a friendship than being the inspiration for a song. But I would not be the person to ask that about. I cannot claim that." The conversation about the very specific topic continued with Igron being asked about how she felt about those media shipping of her and Swift's friendship. She goes, "Shipped?" The Glee star responded, with the interviewer clarifying that they meant shipped as in possible secret romance. Um, she responds with, "That is so interesting. I mean, there has been many stories about my dating life that is so widely untrue." So she is not denying, but also like denying the rumors with Taylor.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She ended the interview saying that is just so funny. So do you believe it?
I don't know. If I was Taylor Swift, I would probably be interested in anyone else but whoever this. What is it? Diana?
Mm-hmm.
Deanna. Diana
She
Aragon,
played. She
whatever.
played
Quinn, I know.
Quinn.
And I don't like her. We've been over this. This is in the first
Really? Oh
podcast.
yeah, I forgot.
I
Yeah, I
think
forgot.
she is the most boring person alive, and she's irrelevant.
I like her. I like her.
That that's unfortunate. And for Taylor to go ahead and just, I mean, she already wasted all these years with Joe. She ain't gonna waste any more with Diana. So I feel like If she's gonna
Yeah.
be with someone, if she wants to be with a woman, she should be with Cara Delevingne. She knows how to spunk people
Right.
up, get their spirits up, make them
Right.
laugh, make them cry in good ways, and I bet you she knows how to please you in all the ways.
Period. She is like she does
Hmm.
have like a very masculine energy.
Yeah. I mean, she was in that years long relationship with Benson, and they bought a sex bench together and carried it in their house. So it's like,
Right.
there you go. She kinky. Anyway.
Anyway, so just to continue with Taylor Swift dating rumors, there is
Hmm.
someone who she has recently been spotted with and
Hmm.
in Nashville rumored to be with for the past couple
Maddie,
weeks.
right?
Taylor Swift and Matt Healy are reportedly
Oh,
giving things a second chance after dating years ago. After
I
about a
thought
week of
his name
speculation,
was.
wait, what?
I
Okay,
said I
like
thought his name
his
was.
fans,
I just thought his name
his
was
fans call him
Maddie.
Maddie,
Oh, okay. But
and
his
but
name
his
is
name is Matt
Matt
Healy.
Healy. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. So about a week of speculation, sources are finally coming through with details about what's going on between Taylor Swift and Matt Healy. First up, the insider of Entertainment Tonight. Taylor and Maddie. This is quote by Entertainment Tonight. Taylor and Maddie are like each other. Taylor has a crush on Maddie, and they are having a good time hanging out. Maddie also thinks Taylor is awesome and incredibly talented as well. And they also dated briefly in the past. And then he was spotted at Taylor Swift's Nashville show the first night,
Mm.
and and then they were spotted in a car together.
Oh,
The second, yeah, on Saturday evening, like they were spotted in a car together on her way to her condo in Nashville.
got it. I feel like this is what, I mean, yeah, she wants to be out and about with her girlfriends and, spend all the time that she didn't get to spend when she was with Joe.
Right,
But she also, I feel like, doesn't like being in the public eye like this.
right,
And she liked her privacy before. So I feel like if we keep on, and by we, I mean the paparazzi and the
the
media,
media,
who's just keeps on throwing these daggers at her, like, oh my God, now she's in this relationship. Oh my God, now she's gonna date him. Now she's gonna date them, and like, oh my God, now they're gonna start
right,
calling her a whore, like how they did before, or
right,
easy or whatever. And then we're gonna
right,
lose her again into this really
yeah.
quiet phase, and we're not gonna get to have all these moments with her again. So I feel like it's only like a short while we're gonna have of this, and then she'll go back into hiding because
I
no one
do
wants
you,
to
but
be on the headlines like that.
do you think that like now I feel like she has the most control over her own career because like she's doing her re-recordings, she's like
Yeah.
performing all these she's like the most controlled. Like, do you think that she's making it at a point to be seen? Because for me, I don't I don't necessarily believe this is a real relationship.
Right. Because she just got out of this really long one?
Right. And like she keeps her relationship so private. Like we didn't know of Joe until Reputation Stadium Tour on Netflix came out. And like they were
Right.
together for what, 3 years before that came out. So like
Hmm.
to me it feels as if this is like a publicity stunt,
Hmm.
maybe like a marketing scheme to like amp up, maybe they're coming out with a song together. I don't really
Hmm.
know. Um
Yeah.
but like to me, like it just seems like we're getting too much information in the short amount of
Yeah.
time where like she is such a private individual that like
Right.
it just seems phony to me.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, even like how you said we didn't know she was dating Joe or whatever. She was hiding around in suitcases, like or going out the backstage at or back doors of places so she's not spotted by anybody.
Right.
So yeah, this seems kind of a little calculated or
Right. And like in the
something.
height of her career, like she's the most famous she has ever been.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
the most like wanted that she has ever been, and for her to like just like be like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, here's who I'm dating now. It just seems a little too um, orchestrated.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, so I don't know. So those are the
Hmm.
three stories that I had for everybody this week. A lot of
Can we,
Taylor news.
while we're talking about dating rumors or possibilities or whatever,
Yeah.
have you heard about Emily Ratajkowski and Harry Styles?
Oh yeah, they were seen like macking next to each other.
Oh yeah, I saw on the Daily Mail and I watched their makeout video quite a bit. I was like, damn, I wish I was
Girl.
her. I wish I was her. But
Girl.
like he knew where to put his hands. Um,
I'm so sorry. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. I'm so sorry. So real. So real.
um,
Slay.
yeah, because I was like, oh my God, I don't believe it. And I clicked on it and I'm like, wow.
I know.
He pulled her in closer. I'm like, I was just watching this in my own house and I was like looking around, like, anyone see me? Oh my God.
That is so great.
And I guess she used to be really close friends with Olivia Wilde, Harry Styles'
Yes.
ex.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess she's been telling everyone, well, I want Emily to keep my name out of her mouth.
Yeah, because
And
they're
I'm
really
like,
close friends. And then I heard that Emma was like, I'm so sorry that I did that to her. Like, Harry and I are
mm.
not a thing.
I'm like, you were dancing in the streets and having a great time.
But like, you also
I'm
weren't shy
saying,
when all those cameras were around. You know what I mean? It's weird.
right? I know. That's why I was also like, wow.
Blown away.
That's amazing.
Blown away. That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
That is so good.
Mm,
Oh my gosh.
oh my God. Well, I
Okay.
feel like it's getting kind of down to our final hour.
Yes, it's
Um,
coming down to our conclusion.
yes, what should we conclude?
Okay, so there is some well, not media news. I don't know. Like we're growing, we're expanding.
Oh, it's about us. Yes.
Yeah, it's about us. It's about us. So I was talking with Faith today, and I really want to like share more exclusive content with you guys. Like I said, I'm in
Hmm.
my content era. Um, and like Faith and I talked and we wanted to expand this podcast and we really wanted to
Hmm.
like bring the loyal people who really want to support us some exclusive content as like a thank you. So we decided to open up a Patreon. Patreon will launch, excuse me, sorry. Patreon will launch here soon. But you can check it out, patreon.com/the chat club. Um, I'm gonna bird beat now. So sorry. Um,
Five margaritas in.
yeah. No. So, um, so crazy. Um, so no. Okay. So this Patreon will include it's a one tier system. It will be $5 for exclusive content. Faith and I will be uploading vlogs, of our like our week, like what we're up to. Faith and I can do live Q&As. We can do live podcast episodes. We can do exclusive podcast episodes. We can do exclusive videos together. We can post exclusive photos together. Like we can just do a lot of things that like we wouldn't post on Instagram. We wouldn't post on our own personal Instagrams.
Right.
Like for me, I want to film and document the entire era's tour for me. Like I'm traveling to Chicago the night out before the show
Hmm.
and like what's
Yeah.
going on and like getting ready and everything. Like I want to like vlog that and I want to, share it with everybody, but it will be through Patreon. So that will be launching here soon. We already have our page made up. We just have to launch the page. But yeah, if you guys really want to support us and you guys want to see exclusive content between Faith and I, make sure you check out the Patreon, patreon.com/the chat club.
And fun fact, I just learned what Patreon was today.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Hey, cheers to
And that
that.
is what we call a sleigh.
Clank.
Clank.
Oh, just in time. I finished my drink.
Oh my God. I'm not downing it. I was like thinking
I
about
know.
it, and then I went. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Bottles up.
Bottles up, babe.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys check us out on Instagram at The Chat Club and everywhere else, The Chat Club, The Chocolate Podcast, The Chocolate Pod. We are everywhere where you get your podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever. We are also on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/The Chocolate Pod. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys
Yes,
so much
please
for
tell your friends.
listening. Tell your friends to listen to
Bye.
us. Love you guys. Bye.
Peace.